It's the morning cryptos. China bans ICOs. Is that the reason everything's falling down? Or is it just a normal correction in a volatile market? We'll find out. Let's do the morning cryptos. All right, so welcome to the Morning Cryptos. My name is Mark Shepard, and you have reached this little portal of awareness in the vastness of the internet universe in the midst of what I'm calling a personal challenge, a transformation challenge, where I am exploring this brand new world for me of Bitcoin and altcoins and cryptocurrencies, and it's just been a wild ride. I started this official process on the 31st of July, 2017. I've been basically researching and then buying Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin since about February or March. And it's been a wild ride, and I've learned a lot about myself and a lot about my culture, our culture, the world, the human mind. And so I'm calling this the hypnosis of money most of the time. Sometimes I call it the Crypto Cranker's Guide to the Bitcoin Galaxy of Greed and Grooviness, and other times I just don't call it anything at all. So anyway, today is Tuesday, September 5th. We have had a crazy run-up preparing for the Labor Day weekend holiday in the U.S. I don't know what other holidays are going around the world, end of summer kind of holidays, but all the cryptos were just cranking, and Bitcoin kissed 5,000 and then began a precipitous drop. It was on Friday, September 1st, that it kind of reached up, and then boom. And those seem to me to be normal profit taking and normal, it's a volatile time. And I really don't think the Chinese ICOs suddenly are causing Bitcoin to crash, because it would seem to me, and when we get to Ethereum, I haven't looked at any of the charts other than this one so far that I'm talking at you over. We'll look at Ethereum, but aren't all the ICOs kind of built on Ethereum's platform? So you might expect, if a large chunk of the world is no longer allowed to do ICOs or participate, that you might see that in Ethereum. You might also see that, well, okay, where are they going to put their money now? They might want to do something that's a little bit safer. They might want to go into Bitcoin. So we'll see. You see, that's all the fundamental stuff, and it almost seems to me like a lot of the people like over here, China bans ICOs, and we'll see if they're just, we do this thing in the human mind where we have to find reasons for things that often are more complex than we can comprehend. And China banning ICOs over the weekend, I don't think would cause every single crypto market to crash. However, all these markets moved really fast, and there are very sophisticated people in these markets who are taking profits, and then there's very unsophisticated people who are panicking and going, oh my God, what did I do? I just put my life savings into this crazy thing. Let me get it out, and I won't tell my wife or my husband, and maybe I can get it out before I lose everything. When you really, there's no indicator here other than it's going up, but it doesn't go up in a straight line. And we had a crazy run up before that, and then we had a crazy run up before that. But you see all these little consolidations. So this consolidation up here might be bigger. I drew a line at the support, which is at 36.69, and we literally have touched there and bounced right back up. See that whisker? See if I can make this a little bit more comprehensible. So we've had a huge run up. But notice it didn't go from day one at 2100 to almost 5,000. It did it in spurts, and then it paused, and then it spurted, and then it paused, and then it spurted, and then it paused, and then it spurted, and this is just a bigger pause because this is a significant benchmark of 5,000. So those are my thoughts, my crypto cranky thoughts on a Tuesday, which feels like a Monday. And my coffee's starting to kick in. So let's just look real quick at the 1 hour chart. See, we have some pretty good support here on the 1 hour chart. It went down and it hit this 39.30 spot 2 hours in a row, and then it moved up, and then it hit this spot 39.62 2 hours in a row, and now it's kind of working its way up. I don't know. Well, this looks like a higher bottom to me. We'll see. Let's look at the 30 minutes. See if we can get an idea of. Yeah, I think there's a lot of energy here still, and I think it's healthy, and we're at a nice price, and there's value here. Looks to me like this might have been the turn, this 39.28 spot, but we'll see. And let's look at the 5-minute spot chart. On the 5-minute chart, it looks pretty up, doesn't it? It's really moving up on the 5 minutes. It's like everybody's coming back into the office, or they're coming back to work after their weekend. They're like, wow, Bitcoin really had a retracement. Let's pick some up. Let's get some cheap. It's on sale. It's a Labor Day sale. That's my opinion. I think it's a Labor Day sale. I don't think it's the crypto apocalypse. That's in my headline yesterday. I was like, Labor Day sale or crypto apocalypse. I thought it was a good headline. But that's what you see in the minds of people. And the more people go, oh God, is this the Bitcoin crash we've been waiting for? The more that's hypnosis, the more there's going to be a Bitcoin crash at some point. However, I think there's a lot of other stuff that's going to crash first and crash bigger, and it's going to send people into the market. And look at the volume here. The volume has really picked up. And so, yeah, I don't think we've seen the last of Bitcoin. Let's just take a peek at the 1 minute chart just to see what that looks like. And that's a sweet little 1 minute chart. We got rising bottoms. We got some bots taking some profits, and then more bots buying more or whatever. And yeah, I think Bitcoin's looking good, people. It's looking good. And I would be looking to get some more right now if I were somebody who wanted to get some Bitcoin. Let's see if I can. These charts just have a mind of their own for me. I'm going to reset. Reset chart. Sound effects provided by Bob's Sound Effect Camp. Yeah. We're on the 1 hours. Let's get to the 1 day. That's what was freaking it out. Okay. So, if you draw a line to these little whisker bottoms, it's up. If you draw a line, oops, I gotta get another. If you draw a line for the actual bottoms, it's up. This is not a crash, people. Not the apocalypse. Just a sale. And that's the thing, is when it runs away like that, I'm less and less worried or concerned, because every time it's cranked, it has always come back, and I've always had a second chance to make a profit from it. So that's, again, it's a mindset of non-attachment and not necessarily believing the hype, the news, or the emotions. All right, so let's go on to Dash is next in the alphabetical order of things. And again, Dash has really took a hit after it just popped up to that sweet double top here near 400. I think it will still head up to 400. I don't know if it's yet time to get a bunch of Dash because it still seems like it's working down. So I'm going to watch Dash, and I might look into getting some more here soon. Let's look at the 1 hour chart. So we might have hit a bottom point because it looks like it wants to start moving up again here on the 1 hour chart. Let's look at the 10-minute chart for some juicy reason. Yeah, I'm liking the 10-minute chart. It looks like we might be at a turnaround point, but we'll see. And we have a lot of volume coming in. Or maybe that was, yeah, that was a couple hours ago. So there are a bunch of people that are going, wow, everything's on sale today. Let's get in. Cool. All right, so let's look at the 1 minute. Not so helpful on the 1 minute chart. Unless I can squeeze it. Not that much volume. There was some a little bit ago, but interesting. 5 minute chart. Yeah. Not sure. Gotta watch it. I'm looking for what I like are some sideways trading ranges. That not that that's the only signal that can be traded, but for me as a relative newbie here, I like this. I like beginner's mind, and I like stuff that I don't understand, and I kind of sit with it and meditate on it and wrap my head around it. And that's fun for me. Yay! Fun for me. Woohoo! All right. And okay, what the hell happened to this chart? There we go. No! Stop it. Get back. Let's see if I can. There we go. All right. So we do have support here at 279. That's as far as it has gone, and I think you're going to see it work its way back up from there. And we'll see if I'm right, or we'll see if I'm wrong. It's fascinating either way. Let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum and the US dollar. Ethereum took a big hit here. Now, I would, again, as I mentioned earlier, I would expect Ethereum to take a big hit if China is banning ICOs because, and maybe I'm totally off, but it was my impression that all the ICOs are happening on the Ethereum blockchain. And if I'm wrong, please give me a shout out in the comments. But I think Ethereum's looking like it's going to recover from this dip as well. We're back to the same level of that sideways trading range that set this whole move up. So to me, we're going to move 3 feet forward and a couple of feet back, a couple of feet forward, a couple of feet back. Sometimes it'll be more forward and sometimes it'll be more back, but I think this is only going to grow. The long range fundamentals are that the world is waking up to this. And you and I, who are in this now, are still early enough. We're not the earliest of the earlies, but sometimes that's not the best place to be anyway. So let's look at Ethereum on the 1 hour chart. Interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on this because it looks like it might be at its turnaround spot, and it may do a little sideways range. And if it does, I think that's probably a good sign for getting in. And let's look at the 10-minute chart. Yep. Exactly. Just see what I mean? And here on the 10-minute chart, we have a triple top, and we have a little bit of a sideways trading range. And the bottoms are higher. Boom, boom, boom. So to me, that would indicate that it might want to go higher. I think that's what's happened. I think you're going to see this week, we're going to get back all the gains that we lost after the profit taking over the weekend. So that's what I think. That's what I think, people. This is my opinion. Please don't construe this as advice. All right. On the 1-minute chart, yeah, I see some pretty good support here on the 1-minute chart at 290. We have a triple bottom, and they're all at 290, and then it started to move up, and we've just broken past this little double top. And so, yeah, I think we're going to see Ethereum recover. That's what I think. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Let's put you back to the 1-day chart. Let's see how screwed up the 1-day chart is now. There we go. Not too bad. And let's go to Litecoin. Oh, Litecoin is recovering. Thank God. Oh my God, I was so worried. I was so worried. Litecoin went as low as 60, where there was, thank God, a little support. And now it's up to 69, and I think it's gonna kind of keep going up until it approaches 100. That's my theory. And I like it. Okay, so let's look at the 1-hour chart. And I figured out how to get rid of this thing. Let's see, hide. Boom. There we go. All right, so you can see I've been learning a lot over the weekend about my charts. It looks like we have a bottom here again at... looks like it's right at 60-ish. We have a bit of a bottom on the 1-hour chart. And the question is this a 1-2, maybe a triple top, and will it start moving up again? Is this the turning point? It kind of looks like that to me, but then again, what do I know? I'm just a guy looking at a screen, making shit up in his head. Just like millions of other people are making shit up in their heads about what does it mean? What's the purpose of life? Is it the Chinese ICOs, or was it just Labor Day weekend? Is it a crash, or is it profit taking? Is it a correction, or is it a fundamental signal that the entire world is about to drop into the dark ages again? It could be anything, people. And hopefully the world leaders don't end our bull run here in nuclear annihilation. That would be really nice if we could actually get along with each other and have free markets, and if governments stop messing around with like nuclear weapons and crap. That would be nice. It'd be nice to use our energies in something productive. But that's my political soapbox, and I'm not going to get up on it too high because who knows? I don't want to offend you. All right, we're looking at the morning cryptos here, and a Hong Kong regulator warns ICO tokens may be securities. Oh my God, like who cares? Like, yeah, the government cares because they want to get their piece of the action, or they want to stop it if it looks like it might threaten them. Okay, let's get off of my soapbox here. Let's look at the 10 minutes just for fun. See, the 10-minute chart, it really looks like we have turned some shit around here with Litecoin. Okay, what the hell was that? Just trying to move the chart. Okay, so we had a bottom over here. It went up, and then it came back down to a lower bottom. And then we have this little area here, which seems to me more kind of turnaround stuff. It's a bit of a sideways range. In fact, let me draw a line, because I like drawing lines. We have a little bit of what seems to be a sideways rangishness. And whoops. And where are our... So to me, that looks like a breakout, right? So we'll see if Litecoin can get past this top over here at 71. And if it does, it was pushing into the 90s, so it will go back there. It's like, okay, I was there. It was pretty good up there. I think I want to go back there. And this is exactly how actually people change their habits. In a hypnotic sense, is you make a really big push, and then you kind of step back a little bit, and you might even go back to your old ways, but then you're like, you know what? I did that. I did work out for like 6 months. Let me get back at it now that I've taken a month off. So I think you're going to see it go back up. That's my opinion, and certainly I want it to go back up because I have a decent chunk of Litecoin, and I did not get out of the position. I did not take my profits because I didn't know how to do that yet, but I actually learned how to do that yesterday. If you want to watch my Bittrex for newbies, I learned about the US dollar tether. And I'll be talking more about that in the future, but that seemed like a pretty cool idea as a way to kind of crank up your crypto without being part of a Ponzi scheme. So we'll see. It's at 70 now. That's pretty cool. I think Litecoin's going to recover. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch it. And so I think that's it. I might look at Monero XMR because I got some of that now. I got just a tiny little bit. I did a practice trade yesterday at Bittrex. I moved some money from my wallet to the Bittrex platform, and then I turned Litecoin into US dollar Tether, and then US dollar Tether into Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin into Monero. It was so exciting. It was fabulous. All right, so looks like we're going to have a little recovery here on Monero as well, but this is the 10-minute chart, so that's what I'm looking at. Let's look at the one-day chart, see how... Yeah, seeing a little green here. We're heading towards recovery. People are buying now. It's like they're back from the holiday, and they're going, wow, let's get in this. We got a chance. We missed it, but now we can get in, or whatever they're saying. So I think it's going to recover, and I think it's just a good time. It's just a good time to be alive in general. We have so many wonderful things happening. We have so many automated labor-saving devices. It's just a good time to be alive. So yeah, we'll see if Monero is at a turnaround point or not. If it is, I'm looking to getting a little more before it runs away again. So that's Monero on the 1 hour. Let's look at it on the 10-minute. Yeah, so it's gonna... Wow, it's really cranking up on the 10 minutes, isn't it? Yeah. And we have... going to draw me a line here. In this last little spot here, we have some cranking up, and look at this. On this, remember, this is the 10-minute chart. We have a little double top here, and higher bottoms, double top, and a breakout. So it works on the micro as well as the macro level, this pattern. And that's why I dive into the shorter time frames, because I want to see what it's doing now. Where's the energy? Where's the action? And this stuff I'm pretty good at. And if I can do the other stuff, pretty much anybody can do this if it's something that makes their heart sing. I keep remembering this quote from the book Market Wizards. And there was this really incredibly successful commodities trader who lived out in Lake Tahoe. His name was Ed Soyakoda or something like that. And the author of the book said, "So, Ed, what advice would you have for the average trader?" And Ed said, "I would tell the average trader to quit, to stop being a trader and do something that he or she loves to do." And so really, if you're just doing this to make money, just check in with yourself. What are your passions? What are you truly passionate about? And what's your why? Why do you want to make money? Why do you want to master this crazy skill of looking at a freaking screen all day and making decisions about money that is practically an abstract idea? What does that do for you? And for me, it's kind of a really convenient way to activate a lot of interest and excitement about the world, about world history, about, earn while you learn. Watch a phenomenon happening right in front of your very eyes, like this. Just since I've been talking, we've gone from 110 to 111 US dollars per Monero, and up it goes. But really, there aren't that many people who have Monero wallets who are exchanging secret money with each other. So essentially, it's still in the idea phase, still not implemented. And it was nice to discover that I could actually just put it in a wallet, the Monero wallet on Bittrex account, so I can at least trade it and then figure out what to do with it later. So anyway, those are my thoughts. And let's go back to the one day of Monero. Those are my thoughts today, and I hope you guys are doing well. I appreciate you paying attention and tuning in or dropping in or clicking in or whatever it is that we do these days. And I want to send out, shout out some love to Mel and Alwyn, who have been giving me some great ideas and suggestions and some nudges in the right direction in the comment section. And anybody else in the comment section, I really appreciate those comments. If you like this, please hit that subscribe button and that little alert bell and give me a thumbs up. That helps too. And I really appreciate you guys. This is a lot of fun. And let's master our minds and our money for a change and keep the change growing. That's my whole thing here on day 30. What is it? Day 37 of my challenge. And yeah, we are approaching the really what in the United States is the new year. I mean, when all the schools are back in session and everybody's back from vacation and the beaches are now deserted, that's when I go to the beach, right? I go to the beach in September and October when all the doofniks have left and I can have it to myself. And there's plenty of parking. And I like to go there on a weekday, so I skip the weekend crowd. That's the kind of guy I am. I don't know what kind of person you are, but hopefully we can communicate through this amazing thing called Bitcoin, altcoins, cryptocurrencies, and have a tool and a way to make our lives better, support our families better, have more fun, do what we want to do in life. That's the deal. So that's it for today. Someone please start the music. And I will see you in the next one. Mark Shepard. This has been the Morning Cryptos for September 5th, 2017. And these morning cryptos, I've noticed, are kind of becoming a historical document. So we'll be able to look back and see, what were we thinking a year ago, 2 years ago, when the market did this or that or the other thing? What did it do last year at this time? So we'll see. And who knows? Maybe it doesn't matter. So, all the best to you folks. I'm out of here. Now, really, really, really start the music. Go. Start it. Shut me up. Stop me from flapping my lips anymore. Boom. Cowabunga.